Yo, 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 yo. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Welcome to the Black Cat Panther podcast. And I would like to make sure that we give y'all one hell of a show tonight, man. Shout out to everybody that's getting ready to pull on up in here, man. Look, this is going to be one for the ages. Shout out to the fellas. Fellas, how y'all feeling tonight, man?
Feeling good, feeling good.
Feeling
Feeling
great.
good.
How are you? Feeling good,
Hey man,
feeling great.
ready to get into this thing, man. Ready to get into it.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna be honest with you. Tonight's show is basically gonna be called Reps, Panthers, Position Battles, the upcoming battles that's gonna be coming for training camp, OTAs, everything is gonna be going. So the number one thing that we should be harping on tonight, and we're gonna figure it out when it comes to positionals, how do we get these guys in the best position to where do we see these guys fitting at? Like with limited opportunities, how will some of these guys really have to separate themselves when it comes to these position battles? And when I mean position battles, you talk about the wide receiver room. We talk about the cornerback room. We're talking about the linebacker room. We're talking about potentially the running back room. There's competition all over the boards. And first and foremost, fellas, which room to you is the most? Which one to you is in the? How do I say this? Which one is the most important to you that you see that we must? Okay, we got to dive on. We got to attack on to you guys.
Who want to take it first?
Yeah.
Well, position room. I probably say the it's not the most talented. I would put it up there, but the most loaded, where they're gonna have to do the most cuts and stuff, is probably gonna be the wide receiver room. Probably the most talented position room, offensive line.
Most talented on the offensive line. Ooh, you got to think about it, man. What we've been hearing from James Camping and the crew, what we've been seeing on this offensive line, you have a bevy of guys that's going to be coming in. My big dude from North Carolina State is in the building now. He looks to be taking, starter reps as well as I hate to say it. Where does that leave little ass arms, Brady Christensen? Where does that leave him when it's time for him to come back? Because Austin Corbett is graded as our highest graded right guard, as our highest graded offensive lineman last year. So it's kind of like Brady Christensen is going to be the odd man out. Where do y'all see him fitting in at?
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna have to go over to right guard, and then he'll become that swing lineman. You know what I'm saying? Because he's got a tackle grade skill, and then he plays a guard. So therefore, he'll be that utility man. He kind of knocked 𝐥𝐸𝐬's back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because that space was for 𝐥𝐸𝐬's, but now, if you look at the weakest link on that offensive line from the guys that they put out there last year, because we only had 2 variations from the 13 variations that we had the year before. Meaning we put 13 forms of offensive line combinations out there the year before. We only did it twice last year. And Brady Christensen probably was the lowest graded guy out there. Now give him something that he was playing a new position, but he was the lowest grade out there. Now you bring in a natural guard that played beside your stud left tackle in college, where they was a hell of a run tandem. I mean, they threw people out the club, put them in the ground when they was at NC State. And NC State is becoming lineman U shortly. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
Hey, Brady Christensen, odd man out. And that's a good place for us to be, y'all.
I
Yep.
kind of want to push back on that. I don't think Brady Christensen is going to get pushed out. I think no matter who's come in, because he's, whether we like it or not, he's shown that he can process. He's been out there. You know what I'm saying? We've seen tape on him. Okay, so with that being said, that he should get better every year, especially the fact that he learned a position that not his natural position where he played in college. he still did a hell of a job. So I don't think any of these rookies can come in and just naturally just push him completely off this starting O line. They're going to put him somewhere because they can believe in him because of what they've already had out of him. So it's
Yeah,
going to
but
be hard to push somebody who's already had the experience and also has a connection with the other guys that was out there last year that played together the full year together as a unit.
yeah, now I'm not saying he gonna get cut or anything like that, Pop. I
Yeah,
just said he
cut.
ain't gonna play
I don't
that. He ain't gonna play that position because um Savala is better than he is at that position though.
Well, it's hard to say because Zavala hasn't had no real NFL snaps yet. One thing that James Campbell said that when you go back and look at who all Brady Christian went against, he went against different sizes, different heights, different weights, different skill set. Zavala hasn't had that chance yet on an NFL stage yet. So we can't just
Okay.
automatically just give it to Zavala because he's just a natural guard. And even though Christian wanted to play left tackle, he didn't get the opportunity to play left tackle for very long. He'd been moved around. So I think that he's earned his spot. And if anybody's going to come get it, they're going to have to prove they're going to be able to take it from him because he
Yeah.
already got the tape out there.
I agree. I
I see
agree
that. I
1,000
can see
Yeah,
that.
I think they're gonna be a camp competition. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I
it's going to
don't
be a
think
hell
they're
of
gonna
a
give him nothing. Yeah, it's gonna be a
yeah. It's
competition.
going it's
But
going to be a hell of a camp for them guys.
I think Savala's a better guard than he is. I mean that's just my opinion. Just by looking
Yeah.
at and seeing I seen a live game over there the year 𝐤𝐤𝐬 came out and last year. Um, I don't know, man. I just think he's a better guard than Chris.
Go
What you
ahead,
got?
Pat. You going to say something?
No, I just agree with what you were saying. Like you said, he had the experience, size. He had already played it. So Zavala is good, but like you said, we ain't seen him in action yet against the NFL. And
Yeah.
speed and experience already. I get what Goat's saying. He is good, but I mean, we ain't seen him yet. I can't just knock Christian out of there off of that.
Mm.
And I thought it was interesting too that James Campen threw out some nuggets, right? If you go back and look at the interview, he did throw out Deontay Brown. I know maybe not everybody agreed that Deontay Brown is an NFL player, but there's a reason why Campen chose to bring him back.
Send him around.
And he threw that in
Yeah,
there. He said that guard position is going to be a hell of a battle because we got guys that are going to be fighting for it, has the potential, has these skill sets. So it's not just left guard, it's right guard too that we
yeah.
gotta pay attention to.
Well, Pop,
Now,
I hate to bust your bubble. Oh, go. Do you want that one? Because I was getting ready to,
well, no,
dig
no,
that
no.
trench for
I
Deontay
said,
Brown.
well, no. And you remember one time, might have been about a week ago or so, Q, me and you was having a conversation. And you remember I said, now, when money is getting ready to play a big factor in it. So
Mm.
don't forget about that. Don't forget about the dollar factor. Now, your money man on that line right now is Taylor and
And
my
Austin
man that's hurt,
Corbett.
Corbett. It's Corbett.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So now when time for the contract or to get out of some of that money, and you got depth like we got, you see what I'm saying? Now who's the odd man out? Now it might
Well,
play this year like that, but I mean, when you start talking about contracts and saving some money on this end, that we can go now, we can go get an edge rusher. Now we can play Brian Burns. Now we can play Derek Brown. Now we can play this guy. You see what I'm saying? So money is gonna play a factor in there too. Don't forget about
well,
money.
the fact that you say that, you got to remember, we let money cost us an all-pro guard last time with Andrew Norwell. And
Yeah.
I think the Panthers have learned from that mistake in letting a guard walk that was at the pinnacle of his game. I mean, this guy was
We did,
the
but
top of
once
the
again,
top.
we didn't have depth like we got now. We didn't have now when we let Norwell leave,
They let
that was
him
stupid
walk.
because we didn't have depth like we got now. We got the depth now.
I mean, yeah, we got Zavala. Yeah, we got Cade Mays. Deontay Brown, I don't believe in yet. And then when it comes to hold on for a minute, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put the depth chart up for everybody, because once again, when it comes to this offensive line, I think you need to understand that We not as deep as you think we are at this offensive line now. I'm here to let you know that.
You don't think we that deep?
No, sir. I think we 2 man deep. Like we got an 8 man rotation, with the starting five and maybe potentially 𝐥𝐸𝐬, and we could potentially put or throw another guy like either 𝐥𝐸𝐬 or Zavala. We could rotate those guys, but I don't believe in Deontay Brown and I don't believe in Irvin to come out here. And then on
Oh
top of
no,
that,
hell no,
hell, exactly. So I'm gonna
hell
take
no.
it down. I'm gonna take it down to the
I'm
offensive
talking about
line right here.
I'm talking about these guards. I'm talking about if you're gonna save some money and the odd man out saving money is
Mm,
Corbett, is what
mm.
I'm saying.
I don't think you don't let your best offensive lineman walk again. I told you that before. Now he's young and he's your best guy, highest graded, and he come from a championship pedigree. You just don't let that guy go. I don't give a damn what nobody tell you. Well, look, when you had Ryan Khalil in his prime, did you let him go?
But you said we
No,
did it before.
and that's the stupid shit we talking about. Norwell was a all pro guard and they let him
Mm-hmm.
walk. They let him walk, bro. They let him walk, bro. I mean, you got to understand when you
Well,
got talent in the door, you cannot let them go for nothing. And for
well,
nothing
And
at
just
all.
hope we don't do it again.
you got to look at this though. Okay, you got Bryce Young, and right here and the way that this thing is falling, they trying to put as many weapons and everything around him as possible in I mean today. So if they see a chance where they can say, well, we can save on this or we can get something for this guy here or there, they're going to do it. And then you got to pay Brian Burns, you got to pay Derek Brown, you're going to have to pay a couple guys. You're going to have to go get another corner at some point in time if Dante Jackson go down again or either J.C. Horn, God forbid. So
Go, go,
I'm just saying, this look,
go,
you got to look at that. That's all
go,
I'm saying. You got to look at that.
go.
You're set. You're still set on the offensive line. It
Look at
ain't
look
like
at look at the
Corbett is.
backups. Look at the backups on the offensive line right now. Left tackle Larnell Coleman. You can't even tell me who the fuck that is.
I'm saying
Justin
what I'm saying
McQuarrie.
is what I'm saying. Like right now, if you was to plug and play Savala, I'm not saying this year. I'm saying because Corbett's got what another 2 years
He got
left on
another
his
2 years on his deal. He signed a 3 year
exactly.
deal.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking right now when he come back. I'm talking about going into 2024 season and seeing what the money looks like and seeing what you're going to have to do because you're going to have to pay these other guys is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying
So
cut Corbett
so
tomorrow.
go. So
I'm not
go.
saying that.
Look at this. Look at this on the line. If you got an
I,
agent Taylor Moton, that would be the odd man out because he's owed $24 million and you got to keep
but
restructuring this
what I'm
guy.
saying right now, you're stacked at guard. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about tackle. You can probably have to draft another left tackle. You know what I'm saying? Come next year, you're gonna have to
Not
go in
no
the
left
draft.
tackle. You mean right tackle.
I mean, yeah, right tackle. You're gonna have to go in the draft and get him, get Taylor's replacement. You're gonna have
But
to go
what
in the
I'm
draft.
saying
But Brady's done
is
shown that he
is
can
the
play that position at that
the
level.
most
You know what I'm saying?
important part to an offensive line comes in between the guard play in the center. Now you got Bradley Bozeman. He just read up on the deal. You got Austin Corbett, who is your best offensive lineman, and Brady Christensen on the other side, which I think is the weakest link. That's the cat to be replaced by Chandler Zavala. Now, like I said, when it comes to this interior offensive line, you want it to get better, not worse. You don't want to subtract. You don't want your best offensive figure, which is Austin Corbett, coming from the Rams, and he won a Super Bowl. Go say it with me, Super Bowl. He won at the highest level, and you telling me in 2 years you don't want to re-sign him because you want to go and be cheap and go get potentially somebody that you don't want to pay. That don't make sense to me. Go, you pay this guy because he
They
is
might
that
do that
damn
though.
good.
They
Hmm?
might do that though. He'll be close 30 by then.
Thank you, Pat.
All right,
They,
all
He'll
right.
be.
Did we or did we not learn from our mistakes last time? So we're gonna stop
but you
playing
got to
payers.
look. But see,
I'm just.
the Norwell situation. Norwell was an undrafted free agent that we coached up. At the time when he got ready to get paid for his first contract, Corbett would be going into his third contract. You at that time. The third
Go.
contract, and he's
We
almost 30 at that time.
History has
Okay,
shown us with offensive linemen here, we have not treated them well, and we've done stupid shit with all
I'm
our
talking.
offensive linemen.
Right
Now
now we're talking.
look at
Right
Trey
now we're
Turner.
talking
You
business.
trade your 5-time Pro Bowler for what?
At that
A
time,
box
Trey
of damn
was
cookies and
getting, at that
Irvin.
time Trey was getting old. At that time, Trey was getting
The
old.
motherfucker been 28.
What did he do after the Q? He went to the up there to
San
Pittsburgh.
Diego. What you talking about?
Where he went to Trey Turner.
He kept getting
went to
hurt.
the Chargers.
He kept getting
Yeah,
hurt. He couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah, and he finished up in Pittsburgh.
He got the bag here and then couldn't stay healthy.
The
So you
point.
got to get rid of. Well, no, this is the point. You got to get rid of some of these guys when it comes to money and start getting time, and you can get something for them. Because
So
you can
by your
always go in the
philosophy,
draft and
we
get
don't
other
pay
guys.
nobody. We don't pay nobody. When they get 28,
I'm
29, just say fuck them and punch them
I'm
out
not
the door.
saying that. You can't keep these guys forever. You don't keep these guys forever.
We know
You
that.
have to put people on rookie deals and maybe go into their second deal. And then you got to get rid of them when you get draft capital for them. Because you can always go in the draft and find these linemen. That's when we're just starting to get depth. We're in a good position now. We're doing things what we need to do how we should have done them 2 years ago. And I'm not saying get rid of the guy tomorrow. That's what I'm not saying. But I'm saying,
but you're saying in a nutshell, why he is in his peak at his highest playing level.
No, he's not at his highest playing level. No, he's not.
How the fuck he ain't at his highest playing level right now?
His highest playing level was over there in,
what you mean?
LA. His highest playing level was in LA. He's coming
oh
off
my God,
Go.
Go. The man is 27, 28 right now, Go.
He's coming
Stop.
off an injury, Q.
He's in his prime. He's in his physical prime right now.
I ain't know about that.
Is he not injured?
Oh, okay. All right.
Is he not injured?
How the fuck he get injured? ACL. Because dumbass kept playing. He kept playing with Wilkes and the crew last year when he wasn't even supposed to be playing. I don't understand it, man.
Well, let me just divert the attention to somebody else. So because y'all not gonna get out there Brady Christensen one. So I'm gonna divert it to Taylor Moton. And something that GOAT said the other day, and I think Hugh was saying it too, is that they're setting the team up for the future, right? Now I want to shout out BJ Wilson. He hasn't proven nothing yet. But the potential that they're banking on is real. And remember when I said, hey, we're going to probably get a right tackle out the draft. They went ahead and signed this man to a 3-year deal already. He's 6'6", 337 pounds. He hasn't been cleared yet, to go out here and perform. But he's already signed a 3-year deal with the contract with the Panthers.
Yeah, he
a
got
3-year deal.
He got long arms, the whole nine.
Wingspan is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So he's an athletic freak, and he's smart as I don't know what. So that's telling me Taylor Moton has about a year or two left before they start bringing BJ in and start he's gonna start taking reps for him before then, but this is gonna be the most you're gonna see Taylor Moton really play. But BJ gonna be coming in and take some of the reps by next year. By next season, you watch out BJ. BJ gonna be in there. So that's gonna be our future right tackle for sure. 𝐤𝐤, I'm not really worried about 𝐤𝐤 because he's young. Got him on a rookie deal. There is gonna be a battle. I'm not sure why Deontay Brown is put in the left guard instead of right guard. I think that should be switched with 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐞. 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐬 will still be on this team because he's that swing guard. He plays center. So if anything happens to somebody like Bradley Bozeman, again you got 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐬 that you can swing right behind him. Big, strong, powerful guy. So we're solidified as far as having multitask offensive linemen. And like I predicted, every year we will always go get us an offensive line and a weapon for Bryce Young. Every year that we have him, we will always get one of them out the draft, no matter what.
Somebody say that's cap.
I
I
don't know
don't think that.
what part. I don't know if that was about what I just said
That's
or
what
what
we've been saying.
or what y'all was saying. But we're in. This is a good look. This is a good situation. I'm not really sure about goats talking about who you got to pay on this offensive line because the guys that are paid are already paid, and
Yeah,
some
They
of these
locked
guys are
in.
not.
it's a great situation.
Yeah,
What I'm
there's.
saying,
I don't see anybody. You might see Brady Christensen get a second contract, but he's going to play outstanding. But he may not be a left guard.
yeah.
He may not
But
be
this is the
left
first
guard.
time y'all got to think about it. Think about this. Last year was the first time we really addressed the offensive line like that. Like took time to address because we damn sure didn't do it when Cam was here to address the offensive line without band-aid fix it parts. You know what I'm saying? Then they drafted two times offensive linemen. So we got better depth. We got quality guys coming in here. We even got some project guys that's actually looking like something.
Hmm.
And all I'm saying is they're gonna switch the guy. It's just the business of it. By the time
So,
Austin
uh,
Corbett is not gonna get that third contract here, bruh. I promise you.
Okay. Okay.
so,
I got
so,
you.
so, YB Jordan said the Taylor Moton part, brother. I don't know, no, that was directed towards me, but see the thing. That's why we're here to break some of this stuff down because if you don't look at the numbers and you just going off of just what you see on that screen as names,
Hmm.
you're not digging deeper than what we're doing. You know what I mean? We're actually looking at what's presented. There's nobody that comes into your building that has never showed anything unless they know, because obviously they know something that they signed him to a 3-year contract and he
Hey,
has not.
Pop,
Huh?
can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
How would you feel? Now, I'm just looking at this and it just crossed my mind.
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel? We just said Taylor Moton is potentially aging in the next 2 years, right?
Yeah, he got arthritis. Mm-hmm.
So, if that being said, Chandler Zavala goes over the left guard.
Mm-hmm.
Would you feel comfortable putting Brady Christensen at right tackle?
I wouldn't be mad at Brady Christian playing right tackle. I think he could do it. I mean, I think he's that talented that and it
But
just
you
shows
know,
you that it shows you that he's resilient. You know,
y'all remember they tried it though. They tried it. And one of them
uh,
13 variations, y'all remember they tried it.
yeah, but he was a rookie goat. I
I
mean,
remember
it
he
just
was on the left
yeah
side now,
No,
but
no,
yeah.
no, 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 no. They tried to put Taylor over at the left and put Brady at the right.
But
Nah,
goat he was a rookie,
he
and
was
at
a
the same
youngin.
time that one
I
time
understand.
it's 13 different rotations of offensive linemen putting it out there. So how can you really go against Brady's, what I'm saying, learning when they switch it up every other game? We can't
Yeah,
hold that against them.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying they tried it. They tried it before. That's all I'm saying. They tried it.
When you classify him as being a swing tackle slash swing guard,
Or maybe it's more swing guard.
possibly.
Shout
But
out to
I, that's all I'm saying. Maybe
but
swing
Big
guard.
Jordan, what I was saying, if you look at the contract, right? For one, he's the very first person from Quincy to get signed to the NFL too, right? Number two, he signed a 3-year deal, not a 1-year deal. He's undrafted, a 3-year deal. They believe in this guy.
so
He's already
shout
getting money off the depth chart. You know what I'm saying?
shout out to Game Dreamer 58. He said he think that they may trade Brady Christensen when the time comes. And then also he said that was also done under one of the worst coaching staff. So um we get it. We got it, man. Look, we just were trying to highlight this offensive line a little bit because we feel like this is probably one of the strongest suits on the entire team. As strong as this offensive line is, we wanted to make sure, as when it comes to position battles, where do we stand? Where do we see anybody elevating or going down at? And as you see, this offensive line is going to be intact. We just worried about the reserves who behind them. That's basically the depth. We're just worrying about the depth. That's all. So let me ask you a question, fellas, while I got y'all here. We got in. handful of rookies this season. Jamie Robinson, Zavala, DJ Johnson, Bryce Young, and Mango. Those are the rookies that came in through the draft. I want to know how much of a leg up do the rookies have on the rule regime at their positions? And I hate to pose that question, but you got a guy like Jamie Robinson coming in at safety. You got another guy, Mango, potentially over the Marshalls of the world. You got guys like DJ Johnson, who's here to go over Amari Barno and the crew, and Marquise Haynes and all that. Where do you see these rookies stacking up amongst the guys who are already here?
Well, I think that some of these people that were here got comfortable. If somebody told me a long time ago, don't get comfortable. Because when you get too comfortable, then you're not ready when things are ready to change. You're not able to adjust because you done got comfortable. Took your shoes off. You already figured out this. Hey, this is where my place is gonna be. It's like when you go to work at certain places. I don't know if you ever worked in like transportation and stuff, and then you might have to share vehicles, right? Well, people automatically assume, well, this is my truck. No, this is FedEx truck. This ain't your truck. We switch trucks. You done got comfortable. You done start leaving your bag in here. No, you need to get your shit and take it with you. This ain't yours. This is FedEx property. So I think the same thing with some of these players. They done got comfortable and feel like, oh yeah, this is my permanent locker. No, your ass gonna be right out there in the streets working somewhere else because you done got comfortable because you ain't showed nothing on the field. So like a Marquise Haynes, he's on the hot seat. Sorry, buddy. It is what it is. You gonna you got this your last year. I'm sorry, but the talent that they're gonna be looking for, and he got paid. He didn't get paid a whole bunch, but the talent they're gonna be looking for, if you don't bring it, you're gonna be gone.
If DJ Johnson beat this nigga out in the first year,
it's over with. It's over with. It's over with.
Most important
He
thing,
gonna do it.
Most important thing though, Q. That's their guy. Marquise Haynes is not their guy. That's their guy. This coaching regime, that's their guy. They done had, like I keep telling me and Wiley was saying, they've already had a rookie mini camp, they've had a draft, and they getting ready to have regular camp. Once they do that, they done everything. They done had a whole season, really. So they got their guys now. The rest of y'all getting ready to get rotated out. Unless you're a superstar or, like Pop just said, a nigga that's getting ready to fight for his job and show motherfucker he deserve to be here, you get ready to go, bruh.
Shout out to 704 Charlotte Bound, Swan Dine. We had him in on the show the other day, and he made a statement, which I get what you're saying, but he missed the point that Q was trying to say, I think. He said, I can't get excited about a guy going crazy punching dummies. But see, you know what that man went out there and showed? He showed anger and tenacity. See, he ain't comfortable. And Marquise Haynes, he's comfortable. You going out there half-ass practicing, and it's showing on the field. Now, he does when he get a chance, he does, do some numbers a little bit here and there. But it's not, he can't do it every single time, all the time, consistently. If that was the case, he would be out there full time. I'm not saying that I want this man to lose his job, but you got a dog that's coming behind you, and he barking at your heels. And that's what Jamie Robinson bringing. Tenacity, anger, smart, versatile.
Don't you notice something, Pop? With the new regime that's coming in, it's all angry players, chippy guys. They all bringing in attitudes through the door.
Angry.
All that buddy. Cam said it himself. He was like, man, it's too much buddy going up in here. They doing interviews and ping pongs going off in the background. Man, y'all just got y'all ass whoop. Y'all want to play video games or ping pong? Enough of that.
But you know what, Pop? This is what it's all about when you get a new regime through the door. You get a chance to really put your stamp on where you want this direction of the franchise to go. Like Evero is saying that he wants this to be one of the most tenacious defenses that's out there. But you got to also pay attention to a lot of stuff that Evero say, because I don't know if people was paying attention to Evero at that camp, bro. I don't. Were you paying attention to him when he said, at the podium the other day?
I was.
This guy went up there and they asked him questions about the pass rush. How did he feel about the pass rush? Is he comfortable about what he got in the pass rush room? And he said, "Well, we have Mr. Burns and we got some other guys that's clawing and scratching for a position."
Say it
So
again,
in other
Q.
words,
Say it again, Q.
he said we have Mr. Burns and we have other guys that are clawing and scratching just for a
Damn.
position. Your defensive coordinator brought his ass out here and said that now. Even he see that them boys some shit. The Marquise Haynes, the Amari Barnos that y'all keep telling me is so damn good. The coach just came out here and basically said he wasn't worth a fuck.
Mr. Burns, and that's it, basically.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Burns and no goddamn body else.
Yeah.
I mean, chat, think about that. How that make y'all feel? The waste of time that the previous regime brought in here to bring in some kiddies. You know what I mean?
Well, then you gotta look at it pop like this. They treated
some fur balls.
They treated draft capital like it was some bubble gum, passing it around and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then we didn't have picks to the third and fourth fucking round. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting those studs at edge, bruh. You're not getting those studs at edge in the fourth fucking round. I'm telling y'all that off the rip. Edge rushers, quarterbacks, cornerbacks is the first motherfuckers to get up out of there in a draft. Unless a nigga do some shit, some stupid shit in college and shit and drop, you're not getting no stud. You might get a developmental player that might take 2-3 years to develop. But we ain't got time to fuck with nobody like that right now.
No. I'm gonna say it like this, man. Go. When your coach comes to the podium, and number one thing you got to look at, they traded up to get a guy at that edge rusher out linebacker position. Then he goes up to the podium and tells everybody off the top of his lungs, this nigga was out there breathing very hard when he said it. There's Mr. Burns and everybody. Basically, ain't nobody worth a fuck in that room, and we got to figure some shit out on this opposite side when it comes to getting this pass rush. Now, I always said opposite of Brian Burns, who are we going to have on this defensive team, on this edge, on this outside linebacker position? I always thought it was going to be Frankie Louvu, but they keep moving and pushing him into the interior. So now there's a gaping hole on the opposite side of the field, and Marquise Haynes can't fill it. Amari Barno can't fill it. YGM can't fill it. I don't understand in what direction do they think we should be going with this edge rush. Because if you know you don't have the guy here, either they really high on DJ, or they realize it's going to take the other three guys just to come in and give you one good competent pass rush. That's a damn shame if it take three guys to do the job of one person.
Hey, you remember what? And I'm gonna go back to Phil Snow. You remember what he said?
By committee.
By committee, pretty much, when we let Haason Reddick go. We let Haason Reddick go to the Eagles, and he said you're going to have to use Los Matos, Haynes, and Frankie to get that production back. Now, you saying Frankie Louvu is an inside linebacker. He's not a three technique. By putting his hands in the dirt, he's a two technique guy. He's standing up outside, he's dropping back, he's covering, stuff like that. You're only sending Frankie on stunts, or if he sees something. He's a true outside linebacker.
But that's the thing, Go. Like right now, they don't have a defined role on any one of these guys, because when they asked him about Jeremy Chin, that nigga had his ass cheeks so damn tight, he didn't want to say a damn thing about Jeremy Chin. And where they see this middle linebacker position. And then they go out today and they sign a fucking middle linebacker. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but anybody that they sign like that, bro, I'm just taking it as a grain of salt when it comes to these guys that
I'm with
on
you.
that. That's just another body, camp body, somebody that these guys can beat up on. Um, and number two, every regime that the last regime we had, they weren't sure what they were gonna do with Jeremy Chin because he's so athletic and he's dangerous. You know what I mean? This is a pure weapon we got out here. I don't think he wants to give up the scheme either. Because we can use him in a joker role, but I really feel like he should be put in linebacker. But he doesn't have the weight on him right quite yet to put him there. Maybe after next year. But each one of these regimes have been kind of complacent on where we're going to use Jeremy Chin because of his skill set. He's not the best in coverage, but but if you get him closer to the line, he's dangerous there. So it's like, where do you use him? Big nickel, little, like it just it's hard to do that when you have a tweener that's so dangerous like that. So
Mm-hmm.
it would be hard for me to answer that question, especially if I don't got him up to the weight where I would want to use him compared to next year
You know what though,
where you
Pop?
could use him.
You know what though? I wouldn't be surprised if sooner or later, because they can't ever figure out where to put this nigga, they don't start talking about trading this nigga sooner or later. Because
Well,
he don't have a
somebody got to
defined
figure it out.
role. Yeah. You've been
Somebody
in this
got to figure
league
it out.
4 years now, and they can't figure out where the fuck to put you. Are you kidding me? I mean,
Hey,
I've
look,
never seen no shit like this before. It don't take 4 years to figure out a position.
when it come down to contract, that's when you're gonna see really where he gonna play. Because I heard previously he wasn't happy moving around as much. He wanted to stick to one position and play it. Let this man learn his skill set and do his job. But if y'all gonna keep moving around, guess what? You got to pay me extra money because I played linebacker, I played safety, I played corner. You got to pay me for all those positions I played and did a great job at it. Because I'm so versatile.
Yeah. Somebody gonna have
I
to
hope
figure
they
it out.
don't fuck Jeremy Chin up though. I really don't. I hope that they get this guy position right because he is a supreme talent. And in the right hands, in capable hands, this guy could be an all pro. But in the wrong hands, which we just saw, he could barely scratch the surface of where he need to be. So I mean, how long is it going to take them to really get Jeremy Chin up and running? I mean, you go out and you get safety after safety after safety, and then you put him in the middle where the linebackers at, and then you go keep getting linebackers on top of linebackers, and then where do you want this guy at? It's
Shoot,
frustrating to sit here and figure it out.
the way my man was used his rookie year, he almost made defensive rookie of the year. If the team was a little bit better, he'd have been defensive rookie of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, then you come back the next year and you don't stack on top of that. You try to make him a fucking safety or you try to make him this. So we blame that on the coaching staff, the previous coaching staff. We
Shout out to
blame that on the previous
704.
coaching staff. What's the
704 said
deal?
he still don't check. He don't trust Frank Wright.
Me neither, 704. But we talking about Jeremy Chin, so that's Evero. I don't think Frank even goes in the defensive room, bro. I think this is all Evero.
Mm.
I
If
believe
you
everyone
ask
gonna
me.
figure it out though. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I think he's the type of person that he's a problem solver, and the more weapons, because we think about the Denver Broncos defense, right? They didn't really have no superstars on defense, but as they played as a collective unit, they were dangerous.
Top
So
10. Top 10.
you give him a piece like this, he gonna figure it out because he ain't never had one like this. This is another good problem, folks. We're
I
not gonna
hope
look
we
at it as a
playing
negative.
chess,
This is
not
another
checkers.
good problem. He's gonna look at the numbers where he played safety. He's gonna look at the numbers when he played linebacker. They're gonna study this man. They're gonna figure out. They're gonna talk to him where he feel comfortable at, and then what's best for the team. And so, I believe Evero has a good problem in his hands and is gonna get the best out of Jeremy Chin. Swiper.
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Jamie Robinson is an intriguing candidate to me. I like what they've done, bringing this guy in, a chippy guy with an attitude. I love it because it's infectious. You can affect the entire room. Dante Jackson was like that his first year. He was a chippy
Mm-hmm.
dude, and just the fact that he loved to talk so much had me amped up with him. But then,
Mm-hmm.
so let me ask y'all this question: with Jamie Robinson, what we're seeing right now, can he crack the starting lineup? And can he be a difference maker here in his defense? Can he be an X factor for us?
Pat, you want to take this?
I believe he can. I like him. Hold on, right, fam. I'm sitting here looking at the thing, but yeah, I believe he can. Um, I like him. Just give me a sec. I'm trying to get this thing
You got a
off
little
my car.
static too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I got this thing. I probably cause my phone inside the car. Something happened to my windows in there.
Yeah.
You
But
got a lot going on, sound like.
I'll take it a little bit. X Factor, maybe toward the end of the year, X Factor you saying now, because he is a rookie. But if you go back to Florida State and look at the games he played in Florida State now, hey, he was an impact player. And
Mm-hmm.
like you said, he got that chippiness, he got that dog in him. He got an attitude, chip on his shoulder, whatever y'all want to say about it. The nigga done said ain't what 100 and some odd better than him and all of that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. He brings all that to the table. I think he if he goes in there, if he not running his mouth and he goes in there and works, he gonna get him some reps. That's what we started saying, reps, right? Q reps.
That's the theme of the show tonight. Reps.
The thing about the show is reps. He's gonna get reps. He's gonna if they got the certain packages, certain schemes, or something like that. I think just like you, Pop was saying earlier, Evero is gonna get his best players on the field. It's gonna be something like almost like Bill Belichick type deal. You might have some people playing out of position, but he's gonna put them in out of position where he can get the best out of
Mm-hmm.
them
So
Yeah,
let me
in the best team.
So when Scott Fitterer got up at that podium a couple of months ago and said that the Panthers were interested in a ball hawking safety, was he talking about Jamie Robinson or Von Bell? Which one you
Uh,
think he was more leaning towards?
Von
mm,
Bell, Von Bell,
Von
Von Bell.
Bell. Von Bell.
Yeah,
I
Von
like
Bell.
Jalen Robinson, but Von Bell.
Von
Yeah,
Bell right now.
I think that Jamie Robinson will get that key uh attribute, that X factor next year. I think
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
once he learns this defense, he gets comfortable. And look, I'm gonna say something kind of crazy. I think he gonna push I think he gonna push Dante Jackson to where he's supposed to be back. I think he gonna bring Dante Jackson back because of his motivation and how he talk, because they
I
got
don't know
similar
about that.
personalities. Hold on, I'm just telling you, when you got two people like that, see, Dante Jackson used to be the only one to talk all the time, and then you gotta prove it. Well, now you got a young dog that's coming behind you. I think he gonna push Dante Jackson, bro. I think he is. I think he gonna motivate Dante. Come on, old head, bring your
Well,
ass.
he's not,
I think he gonna
and
push Dante.
yeah, he's not just a safety now. He played multiple positions.
He played corner, bro. He played
Yeah,
everything. He played corner. He played linebacker. He played safety. So when you got somebody that across from you communicating with you, Dante, you gonna let him burn you like that? Like, he gonna motivate Dante, bro, because he got that passion. So don't y'all just watch out. Sometimes you need somebody else to push you, just like you being pushed, or you being the worst person to push somebody.
Well,
We
you
gonna
got to
see.
look at the theme. Go ahead, Pat.
So we're gonna see about that now. He do need some kind of push, but we're gonna see about that.
Yeah, Dante Jackson got comfortable, but I mean, I felt him when he was laying down there getting his body worked on. He said how he cried. You got to feel bad. You know what I'm saying, when somebody want to be great and trying to be great and end up being hurt, and then they trying to work their way back to prime time playing efficiency. But that's what I'm
Well, I
saying,
mean,
guys. You get somebody like him to come push him. I think it's amazing.
I can see that. That can work. But you say he was being comfortable, but also trying to be great. That ain't the same thing. Like half the time he been gambling out there on that field.
Well, I think he played scared. You know what I mean? He played scared a lot of times. He was 15 yards off the wide receiver, and I don't know if that was just a Steve Wilkes type of deal. Just don't let him get behind us. So I mean, that was just a scheme. But Dante Jackson used to be feisty. He used to take chances back in the day, and that's what made him a dangerous corner. So if you seeing him as he's evolved, he ain't doing that no more. I mean, of course, I know injuries, may have something to do with it, but he's still fast as hell. He still has the instinct.
You want to know what happened, Pop? You want to know what happened? Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, but I mean, look, hey, every corner gets burnt once in a while, you know what I'm saying? But not every single game, you know what I'm saying? You can play 15 yards back.
You're stupid.
Them boys humbled that nigga, man, because he was cocky. He was cocky to the motherfucker, man.
Yeah, he was cocky, man. He was feeling himself.
Yeah, them boys humbled him. After that Washington game, he ain't never been the same. I'm telling you, it's been 2 years later, and that boy still can't get his ass on the field. So all I'm saying is, when it comes to this, I feel a little funny because I'm noticing something in the safety room. All the safeties that they got are versatile safeties. Like Eric Rowe can play corner. Jamie Robinson can play corner. They got guys that they're gonna start rotating out of that safety room to make sure that they don't keep niggas like C.J. Henderson on the field at all.
Rajon Wright coming.
Yes, sir. Rajon Wright, to me, I'm high on him.
Bill Belichick look that I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the backfield, because a lot of safeties and a lot of corners, body size makes the difference. Speed, and they can play multiple positions in the backfield, multiple sets. So if situational ball is what we're gonna play.
Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody who watching the show right now. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching right now and you haven't already, turn down, look at the screen and like the video. Just do us that one favor. Now, I'm telling you right now, this right here is where it's going to get a little bit spicy because
I want to interject real quick. Go ahead. We didn't talk about this yet. So this ain't gonna take long. This ain't gonna take long at all. Shout out to the Carolina Panthers social media today. This had to be the shortest interview ever. Coach John Lilly was on the platform on a podium for 2 minutes and 8 seconds. The tight end coach, they asked him one question and got his ass up out of there.
Wow.
Now, if you ask me, that's the worst room we got on this damn team. Golly, boy.
I didn't even see that one. I didn't see that one, and I didn't see that Josh McCown.
2 minutes and 8 seconds. They asked him one question, and that was it.
Shout out to MDJ365. He said, guys, y'all showing Rajon Wright a lot of love, but we are still the Panthers. It's a 50-50 chance they can cut dude because we are the Panthers.
That's a fact.
Oh, man.
That's factual, though. That's factual. I can't argue that.
I'm going to tell you something, MDJ. If these niggas cut Rajon Wright, I'll ride up to Charlotte personally and tell Scott Fitterer he a nigga. I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to be ignorant.
I don't want you to do that either.
Keep you some gas in your tank, man.
You say what?
Keep you some gas money in your wallet, man.
Oh, you a smart ass. Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you like this right here.
I bet he ain't gonna get cut.
It wouldn't make sense for us to cut him because of what we have opposite of him is Keith Taylor and C.J. Henderson. So you need this guy for depth positions right now. I think he coming in right now is your number 3 automatically. He's your number 3 corner. I hate to tell you that. You got J.C. Horn. You got Dante Jackson, number 2. And then right there, Rajon Wright is going to be your number 3. They already got him penciled in. Fuck it.
Yeah, because like you remember what GOAT told y'all, who were the first 2 people that announced that they didn't pick up their 5th year. I'm going to see if y'all did y'all homework. Do the first
Man.
two. I give y'all 5 seconds.
Here we go.
Y'all,
Right here.
y'all gotta do is put their initials. CJ and YGM, guys.
Oh my god.
First two players they announced they was not picking up. There you go, MD. MD already on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just
so
flat out told these motherfuckers, we not picking up your 5th-year option. You know what the fuck you gonna do after you play this one out? Don't care.
welcome to Walmart.
Yeah, you better play for a contract. Yeah, hey, look, you better put it on display for another team because you won't be here.
That boy said, "Welcome to Walmart."
Welcome to Walmart. We agree to.
But think about it. You take a 260-some-odd-pound nigga like YGM, and then you move him to linebacker.
Outside
Bro,
linebacker.
That don't even match.
Who he covering on the
you right
outs?
about
Oh my god, boy.
You right about that, man.
You kicking the nigga out, Q. You. Oh man, you just. Why is he even? Just let him go. Let him go.
Sometimes you gotta let him go.
Just let him go.
With everything that's going on with this defense right now, YGM, you just put it out there. I'm gonna be real with you. How big is Evero's impact going to be on a guy like YGM coming through the door? Like, how much is YGM needing to separate himself in order to stay on this roster?
Immediately. He gotta be a Pro Bowl.
So that nigga need to get his CDLs.
YGM got to play out his mind. He has to have double sacks. He's got, man. Listen.
What year is this for YGM? Is this year 3?
4. It's 4, right? 4.
Damn.
Yeah.
4.
Maybe the light bulb come on in year 4.
Nah. I don't want it to. Keep that light off.
What if YGM come out and have 16 sacks this year?
There's only a few people they're gonna keep their patience.
What you say Evero said at the podium? Mr. Burns. He didn't say Mr. Berman, you're here. He didn't say that.
That nigga put respect on Burns' names though. He did put respect on Burns, bro.
And this is the same Burns that y'all were talking about. Well, not y'all, but other motherfuckers.
A lot of niggas say trade Burns.
Trade Burns. Let Burns go. You see what I'm saying? That's what
I'm was really saying that.
But we had shows where niggas were calling up and saying trade Burns when they got rid of CMC Pat last year. Niggas was calling in saying Burns, you can get 2 first-round picks for him. I don't know why he's still here. Y'all need to get rid of him.
What?
Brian Burns. We got to get rid of Brian Burns. Brian Burns ain't giving us double-digit sacks. We got to get rid of Brian Burns. You do not get rid of a 24-year-old edge rusher. Edge rusher.
The boy a freak at position.
Now, that's the motherfucker who you pay when the contract come up.
You're right. You alive over there, go?
A 24-year-old edge rusher. But you don't sit there, or if you got the shit, what were they giving us? Those were future 2-round. I mean,
it was one for this year and one for next year.
Yeah, you don't.
They weren't in the same year.
Yeah.
Now it's by the Rams.
But you don't trade a fucking a Pro Bowl edge rush. 24 years old.
Well, that's what they were calling, man. They said that Brian Burns, he don't make no impact plays. And what I told them when they said that, I said, you got to get the cast around him better, and you'll notice the difference in his play, because right now the nigga out there playing Superman, and he out there trying to save everybody and playing multiple positions. But what you got to understand, him and Derek Brown was the only 2 guys on that line last year really worth a damn. There was a lot of niggas out there just taking up space.
And all you got to do Is
Hmm.
kick him out or chip him, roll away from him. You see what I'm saying? And then who was on the other side? Nobody.
So
Nobody. That's how you
when
play
your
football, bro.
coach confirmed that there's nobody on that other side, you really are in trouble, bro. You in trouble. So I'm under the impression, like I said, they went out, they got a bunch of different players. They went and got Redmond as an undrafted free agent. They went out and they trying to solidify that position over there at end, and they really trying to make a difference. But how much of a difference is all these camp bodies gonna make, man?
None. None. None, Q. None. None.
Hmm.
Because
I mean,
you did not you didn't what do I say, you did nothing. You didn't go get a guy. You didn't go get a guy. It, at 39, I like Mingo, but at
Hmm.
39, we should have got an Ed. We if that was an order of importance for this team, it probably will be next year or something like that. But it couldn't have been because you got the. I think what they did, they said, okay, we got enough beef across the front, and we're not gonna worry about the edge right now, other than what they did with DJ to set the edge, using him
Hmm.
as a project to set the edge, or as another body to fill that edge.
DJ starting. I'm saying that now.
Yeah,
DJ starting. He came. He's arrived. He taking somebody's job. I'm sorry. I just see the anger in that man. That man see blood in his eyes.
That nigga is angry. I done
He
tell
he
y'all.
coming to take somebody's job. You go ahead and jot it down. I said it. He taking somebody's job
I
Ain't
mean,
even
he got
got
the
to
immediately.
punch a
opportunity.
op in the face, in the back of the head, and thought twice about that shit. Look, that's the
Yeah,
nigga that you order your team. I'm trying to tell you.
he got the opportunity. He got the damn opportunity because
Yeah.
there's nobody else in his way right now.
Only person in his way is himself. And
Yep.
if
And
you
you're
go
right.
back there and listen to his press conference, that man went up there talking straight business, boss.
Straight to the
Straight
point.
business.
So shout out to MDJ365. He said, "Is Burns ever going to give us T.J. Watt, Miles Garrett, and some of those elite sack impression numbers?" He said, "I don't know, but he said I don't know, but I hope, but I don't know." So, fellas, do y'all think that Brian Burns has that elite potential? Now, before y'all get into it, I always said in a perfect world, you got to have Brian Burns and you got to have somebody opposite of him, and you got to have
Mhm.
two good cogs in the middle, as well as
Mhm.
great linebacker play to really see the full potential of what Brian Burns could be. Like you go back and look at the great Panther teams of the past. Julius Peppers had Mike Rucker, Brinson
Mhm.
Buckner. He had all these guys, Dan Morgan. He had all these guys that were there that allowed him to go out and just do his job simply. So
Mhm.
the nutshell of what I'm saying is Brian Burns in 4 years has never had a complete team around him. And I blame Ron Rivera and I also blame Matt Fool for not putting attention to the linebacker spot since Luke retired and not putting attention to the other pass rushing spot. They tried with YGM, but it's just a miss.
Okay. Let me get this one. Let me get
Okay.
this. Okay. Brian Burns is a different body type than all them guys you just named. All them guys you just named. Brian Burns is pushing to be 255, maybe 260, something like that. Brian Burns is long and lanky. When Brian Burns puts his hand in the dirt and comes around that edge, he's got about three moves. He's got a little push, but he bends that corner. You see Miles Garrett do it every now and again like that. Like it was one play, I think, when they needed like a stop or something like that. This nigga, it's almost like that towel drill that they do at the combine. He
Mm-hmm.
did that joker where he was in full stride, bruh, and looked like his shoulder pads was dragging the ground. You know what I'm saying? Brian Burns does that every time. You see what I'm saying? Because he's a different body type. Miles Garrett is 200 and what? 60 something, 70 some pounds. Joey Bosa, the other ones they named, their speed and power. He's got power, but his speed and building that corner, popping them hips is like no other. So Brian Burns is a edge rusher, speed edge rusher, bar none. So to compare him to them guys right there, now they're getting ready to stand him up. A 3-4 linebacker. He's gonna take his hand out the dirt. I don't know, I'm not the coach. I don't know how many times he's gonna have his hand in the dirt versus standing up. But with his speed and the way he bends that edge, he's probably gonna eat more in this defense than he ever ate. Is what I'm saying. So you can't compare him to those guys right there and saying, will he be elite like that? Because he's not like them. You see what I'm saying? The point I'm trying to make. He's not that type of dude that they are. They're in different categories the way I see it.
I got you. And to anybody, like I said, when it comes to Brian Burns, you got to understand it matters who you have around you when you want to see how well a defensive end does. And he has been shining as a man amongst boys out there for the last two years. Consistently, he has been doing it the last 2 years. But the year before, everybody was waiting for him to crack double-digit sacks. And once he did it, now they moved the goalpost to say, okay, can you get J.J. Watt numbers? Well, fuck, J.J. Watt getting 20 sacks. I mean, goddamn. The boy is out here getting you double-digit 13, 14 sacks. He was like, what, fourth in the league this year? Fourth, fifth. He's top 5 in the league in sacks this year. All you got to do is improve what's around him, and his numbers will go up.
Yeah, even if you go back to when him and Hassan was there, when he had a running mate, like you said, when he had a running mate, what did you do? You chip Burns and you hope Reddick didn't get there. You see what I'm saying? So it was like a 1-2 punch. What pick your poison? You had to chip Burns because Burns is getting around that fucking corner because that's what he does. He's gonna disrupt y'all.
And most people would say he played out of position these past couple years, and him being in this 3-4 is where he's gonna eat at, and that's why they went and got a DJ Johnson, guys. Somebody put on the opposite side of him that can cause havoc, and we're just hoping off of potential that this is what he's gonna come in and do. And like I said, when Q put that video out on him, and it came into fruition that we got his guy, I'm standing behind Q on it, and that's just what it is.
And now hope what you do, DJ get the chip, and then you hope Brian don't get there, and Brian gonna get there. So yeah, it's gonna be different now, y'all. For the edge position.
I like it though, because all it's doing right now is creating, like we say, camp battles. It's creating reps for these guys to come out here, get some stuff up, reps up under their sleeves, because I can't wait to see when we trot out there week 1 or preseason and we get a good look at what these guys could potentially start doing, and you get to really get a sense of, okay, we might have something here. I can't wait to feel good about, because I'm gonna be real with you, Go. I'm gonna be real with you. The last 2 years, I think the Panther football has sucked the damn life out of me. The last 2 years.
Who the fuck it didn't?
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this quick, Q. Since this is talking about reps. Now, how you feel about McCall? Because now his reps done got taken.
I like McCall,
but he just got his reps taken, bro.
I'm gonna be.
You got Shot Tuttle that came in there.
I don't think Shot Tuttle has a higher upside than McCall do, if you ask me, and that's me being honest. I think right now
he ain't the only one that can take his reps too.
But what I'm saying is right now Tuttle was a better overall player, but I think in the long run, I think the running mate for Derrick Brown is going to be Marquand McCall. I think he's just that damn good, And when we saw him on the field last year, he jumped off the screen. He was always making plays, and they benched the nigga for what reason? I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a
Don't
few times.
understand it.
It was a few times he was in his wrong gaps, bro. It was a few times, and I see it one time they had him on instant replay. He's like, "That was my fault. That was on me." You know, because he's young. You know what I'm saying? He just getting his feet wet. And I'm sure he's got up with the big boys and sat down and they talked about the scheme or did some training, things of that nature. But that's what he got benched for, being in the wrong gaps. I mean, same thing for YGM. His ass was always in the wrong gaps.
I don't believe in
Always.
YGM. I
So,
don't believe in that cat at all.
but I'm just curious, like, who else? So you got Shy Tuttle that came in here. They got the other guy that came from Denver
Williams.
Bronco. I mean, Williams. These two guys. That's another body that can take McCall reps. I mean, everybody's job is being threatened except for a certain select few. Everybody's job is being threatened.
Well, but we've been told that Evero likes to switch these guys out. Fresh body, fresh body. You know what I'm saying? Fresh body. Which I kept saying last year. You see this defense with about 3 minutes or so to go in the third, going into the fourth quarter, and we start the gas just starts to run out of them. And that's because the offense didn't give them shit last year, neither. You know what I'm saying? To work with. They were tired. Don't give a damn how much in shape they was or whatever, but the offense gave them nothing to work with. So
take a look at this right here.
Strong rotation.
Take a look at this right here on the left defensive end. Look at how deep we are. Now, this is what I like to call, because Deshaun Williams was the starter last year, and they got Henry Anderson starting over him. And then the new guy, this is the guy that everybody need to keep an eye on. Jalen Redmond is that guy from Oklahoma, and he might be possibly one of the sneakiest signings that we got, because he has starting potential, and he didn't end up getting drafted because everybody know how that draft went. But look at Shy Tuttle sitting here. Marquand McCall is right behind him, and Derek Brown. So look at this. Derek Brown, Shy Tuttle, Marquand McCall, Henry Anderson, Deshaun Williams, and Jalen Redmond. That's 6 DTs right now that I say to myself.
They'll probably carry every last one of them.
Yeah.
All 6 of those dudes need to be on the roster.
Except for Bravion Roy. He probably gone.
Yeah, you notice I ain't call his name. Yeah, you did notice that.
Yeah, I think John Pennicini, he ain't going nowhere because he has favor because of the coaches.
Mm-hmm. He's one of their guys they brought in.
He's one of the guys.
Bumper Pool might come in there and take Chandler, Aaron Mosby. He might, but Bumper Pool probably push Chandler Wooten out.
Mm-hmm. So
I'd even say maybe even next show Q or something like that. They go far as to say compare Evero for defense to the defense we got now, or the defense that he's building now.
Something happened to your headset. So you compare Evero's defense to the defense we had last year with Snow, is what you're saying?
Y'all hear me?
You sound. I can barely understand you. Well, I guess
My bad. I had to step away for a quick second.
Oh, okay. That's one of those things, man.
Yeah,
What's up, Anthony Brown? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I went out. No, I'm saying we compare Evero's last year Denver defense, personnel-wise, to what he got now. And that'll probably tell you who's going to start or how this defense is going to look.
So what was our defense last year ranked? What were we ranked last year?
At one point, we was top 15.
Top 15. Right now, as it stands, do you think this defense got better or worse?
We don't know.
It's gotten better.
You don't know though.
On
Pop.
paper, it
So
looked
you
better,
going
but like you said, we don't know.
Well, I mean,
we don't
that's what I'm
know.
assuming. His
So you
question
going
is,
3-4?
he's asking, if you're looking at
Yeah.
what we got right now, do our defense look better than it does last year? And I believe we've gotten better because we've added more depth, added more talent, and we can already see who's gonna be the weak links is gonna be gone.
Mm-hmm.
And we're coming in with more money next year.
Check me out like this right here. Okay. I like a 4-3 better than a 3-4. Now, if we'd have had a fucking middle linebacker, we could have stopped the run in the 4-3. I say. So I don't know, other than the owner wants a 3-4. You know, I don't see why we going to the 3-4, why we switching to the 3-4 versus the 4-3. Only reason, we never had a middle linebacker, so the 4-3 is not effective without that key middle linebacker, that Mike linebacker. But we ain't had one since Luke Kuechly.
But they don't seem too concerned about linebacker. GO.A.T for some
I
reason.
know. Not the Mike. Not the motherfucking Mike. I don't know. And that baffles the hell out of me. You know what I'm saying?
You would think that something that's the biggest glaring hole right now that you haven't had filled is something like left tackle with us with Jordan Gross. After he retired, it took us damn near 10 years to get us a left tackle back in the door. And it's the same story with us at middle linebacker. This team will not move an inch until we have a guy that can redirect traffic in the middle. Team is not going to move, bro.
So I asked you the question. We're going to the 3-4. You think we'll still get ran on? Do you think we'll still get ran on?
No, I don't think so, because they shored up this line. And in any given day, when you got Tuttle, you got Derek Brown. Tuttle and Derek Brown numbers are identical to each other. And we saw what Derek Brown was for us last year. And we said if we had two of him, my God, we could move mountains. And then you go and you get Henry Anderson and you get Williams, run stoppers. You went and got run stoppers, big beefy guys to go with Marquand McCall in the middle. So they got guys they could throw in there to stop the run. The problem is always going to be, and I hate to say it, can we generate enough pass rush to get these boys off the field in short and third down situations? Can we do that? That is going to be the biggest problem for this defense, because covering, I think we doing good with J.C. Horn on the field and Dante Jackson. He's going to be serviceable until he gets to speedy corners. But as far as keeping all these extra DBs, you're going to be a little light, but they won't be able to throw on us like you want to. And you won't be able to run as much as you want to because we beefed up in the middle. Now, the problem is the weak point, the middle linebacker area. The linebacker core is going to be the weak point.
The middle of the field, coming up that seam with your tight end. Yeah.
I look for tight ends to eat our ass alive this year. I hate to say it.
Damn.
I hate to say it. Tight ends are going to eat our ass alive, because if you got Jeremy Chin on a fucking 6'5" line tight end, your ass in trouble.
Yeah.
If you got Jeremy Chin, you saw how, what was it, Detroit? Was it Detroit last year? Jeremy Chin, the dude snatched the shit out the sky over Jeremy Chin last year.
Yeah.
That was the Saints, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. It probably both games.
I mean, this nigga was getting embarrassing coverage. You're right. It was probably, I think it was both games, because they tight end went to work on Jeremy Chin.
Yeah, and I mean, I think next year they will definitely address it. Or
you don't have a one. You got to go back to that, Pop. You don't have a one.
No, I know that. That's what I'm saying. I think next year they're gonna have to address it. I mean, the guys we wanted, they ain't picked. I mean, Q got his wish. I ain't get mine. Go didn't get his, and Pat was neutral. But they ain't get a Jack Campbell. They ain't get a Drew Sanders.
I wanted Jack.
I mean, we're gonna see Jack this year. You know that, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go see that big. Woo, man! Listen, look.
We had a chance to get him, and we pitched that shit away. So I hate to say it, but if I had a chance to
we
get
had
Jack
a chance
Campbell
to
or
get a
Mingo,
lot of our fucking people that we put in these damn mock drafts. They were sitting right there. We had a chance to get a lot of our people.
but Jack Campbell went in the top of the first round where they had him projected to go second round. And I told y'all then, this nigga been studying with Luke Kuechly. You really think people gonna let this boy get by? And I'll be damned if he wasn't the first linebacker off the board.
Drew Sanders was still sitting there. A.T. Perry was sitting there. They were talking about A.T. Perry today on one of them shows. They were talking about A.T. Perry. A.T. Perry went to A.T. Perry went
He
to
not division. He not division.
Yeah, he went to the Saints, right?
Yeah, what they say about him? Yeah, what they say about him?
But no, they were saying because I was talking on 99
99 fan.
Yeah, 99 the fan was talking about him because ACC, Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, and they was like, how did he sit around there because he didn't go to the fifth round, sixth round?
Yeah, they got him late.
Yeah, big fast guy, get behind the defense, dude, and can catch is what they were saying. We all knew that. We were saying motherfuckers that. How did he go late? But you don't hindsight 2020. We don't know, but as far as our receiving room, we could have did an A.T. Perry and drafted a linebacker or edge rusher with that 39, bro.
Well, you could thank Steve Smith for picking Mingo, so he better get out there every damn day with Mingo and make sure he walk that boy down to the prom. I don't give a damn what he do. They better hold hands down the yellow brick road.
He gonna be good though.
Yeah,
I like Mingo. I like Mingo, Pat. I like Mingo.
Mingo can't take somebody's job too.
Yeah, he gonna take.
He's gonna take somebody's job too.
But would you rather have that? Go back to the conversation we were having before. You want to have that wide receiver, or you want to have that edge rusher, or you want to have that motherfucking D tackle, or you see what I'm saying? Or you could have traded back and picked up another pick.
Yeah, like I said, we won't get our linebacker to next year, so that's just that.
I don't think we're gonna get it next year, because with a second round pick, who you think you realistically gonna get that gonna come here and make a difference?
A second round is a starter.
It is a starter, but at linebacker, you don't want to be getting no damn second round linebacker.
You damn sure don't. You want to have your pick of linebackers, man. If you got to reach, not called reaching if that's your guy. But think about it like this. Right now, if you trade anybody, right now, if you had to trade somebody on a team, would you get a first rounder for next year? Other than, I said, a Brian Burns or somebody like that? Or somebody that you were going to let go anyway, or that we could live to let go?
No, you ain't giving up
nobody. Let go?
Who is taking Shaq?
So you're not getting back
Shaq's reps. Can we figure that out? Who's taking Shaq's reps? I need to know that.
I have no idea.
Damn.
Look, Shaq is a sack of shit, man. I didn't tell you that 12 times. But make sure if you think that Shaq is a sack of shit too, y'all like this video because there's a couple of y'all in here and I need y'all to like the video, man. Show that love while you in here. Yeah. Look down and hit like.
Thumbs up if Shaq is a sack of shit.
Yes, he is. He's a sack of shit. I hate to tell you that. That boy.
There's some guys I work with love Shaq, man.
Well, they probably a sack of shit too.
Okay. Hey, when a motherfucker got to give up money to stay on your team, that's a sack of shit.
Oh God.
That's another comfortable guy though. You can tell he ain't really been putting the work. He ain't been trying.
Now, you know what though, Pat? He ain't that comfortable. You know why? He took that pay cut, didn't he?
Yeah,
he took comfortable because he didn't want to move. He didn't want to be with his family.
He took that pay cut. He ain't too comfortable.
He know ain't nobody else gonna put up with that shit.
$24 million, 9 years in the league, no Pro Bowls. You got to be out your motherfucker. They paying that nigga like we could have had Roquan Smith for what we been paying him. Nigga, Roquan Smith is an all-pro, 3-time all-pro, because he made it this year. So that's 3-time all-pro, 150 fucking tackles, and we paying Shaq Thompson for how many tackles? 70 tackles solo, and barely getting a sack or two. Come on, man. Come on, bro. I know y'all can't be serious, bro. Shaq Thompson.
And he really had potential too.
What kind of potential he had?
He had potential, man. He was playing with Luke and Tommy Davis at one
Here
point.
we go with this Luke shit. Every time y'all mention Shaq Thompson,
that was his security blanket.
He
That
up
was his
on the
security
Luke.
blanket.
No, that's like he's saying, man. We could have got Roquan, who is a true Mike. A true Mike. Shaq is not a Mike, man. Shaq is not a Mike. Point blank.
Somebody say hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Don't be a sack of shit.
Yeah, man. We got 30 people in here. 15 likes. We got 30 people in here. 15 likes. Come on.
Potential. I just think he had potential. I ain't saying he could have been great or he should have been great. I was just saying he had potential to be great. Playing beside them greats.
Man, that shit
You're
over.
supposed to learn something. You're supposed to be something. But he just failed it, bro. He just dropped the ball on it.
We got 15 likes, guys. It's 30 people. 30 people. It's free. It ain't gonna cost you that. Put your little thumb up there. Use your pinky toe for all I care. Hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna hurt nobody. It don't sting.
The algorithm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, man. We watching. Come on. Hit that like button for it. You know what I'm saying? Support your peoples. We're just giving y'all the real.
Beyond Shaq being a sack of shit, I need to know who are potential camp standouts for you guys, because we getting closer and closer to the camp. Who must come out and have a damn good camp for y'all?
I don't know about must, but I just like. Oh yeah, now Terrence Marshall. I take that back. You're right. I was about to say
Terrence Marshall.
Yes, Lord. Him if nobody else. That's another sack of shit.
Bryce Young, motherfucking Bryce Young got to have a
Nah, I'm not fucking with you in that Bryce Young shit. I don't know why.
I'm gonna let bro have it. I'm gonna just say I knew you was gonna say it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Go. You do realize Bryce Young is a Heisman winner. You know what? I ain't even going to.
He got to have a camp. He got to have a camp. He got to prove himself. He got to prove it. So you just gonna go ahead. You giving it to him. Y'all giving it to him, right?
I ain't giving it to him, but what I'm saying,
I ain't giving it to him.
Andy Dalton is here. He don't need to have an exceptional camp. He's number 1 overall pick. When he's ready, we'll put his ass on the field. But
at the number 1 overall pick. Number 1 overall pick ain't ready.
Here we go with this stupid shit right here. Here we go.
Hey, leave it alone. Hey, leave it.
You always want to tell us this fucking quarterback shit.
There you go.
I ain't saying that.
Do you know how hard it was for Go not to say nothing?
I recognize that. Every time.
Y'all stirred the fire.
I've been arguing with this cat since draft night about this same motherfucker, man.
Ever since my man came up there and yelled out his name.
Lord have mercy.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I had a few questions, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yep, I ain't fucking with him and Bryce tonight. I'm not doing it. Here's Anthony Richardson crying. You're right, Panther Pickle. Them boys love AR-15 to death.
I ain't gonna say that about AR. I ain't gonna say that about AR either.
Oh boy, here we go.
AI probably gonna be rookie of the year.
I don't want to talk about
it. You don't even go. You don't know if the man gonna be starting now. You can't say that shit yet.
Oh, he gonna get a start.
Go hyping that up now.
Go. You do realize your allegiance is with blue and black, not blue and white.
I am a football fan.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna divert the conversation again. You know, I see how it's going. You know, I got to be the mediator. in this
Go ahead,
bitch.
Pop, because I'm staying quiet.
Shout out to Panther Germany. Y'all know him as Wiley. That's one of our affiliates. Shout out to him, but we're gonna have to say sorry, my boy. You lost your guy. Preston Williams is out of here, my boy. He
They cut
gone.
him?
Yeah, he is
They
gone.
cut his
Yeah, they
ass,
cut him.
boy. They cut him like a slice of bacon.
Nah.
Cut his,
Preston Williams is
Wally.
gone. Preston Williams
yeah,
Oh
is gone.
no.
cut
I
his ass.
told you, Josh Van came in and took his damn job. Told
Hey,
you.
I
Told you.
because that Josh Van legit.
Yes, sir.
Jacob
That boy
Eason,
legit.
Wiley
he
love
gone.
Preston Williams now.
Jacob Eason is gone. You have
Jacob
now
Eason
got
just got cut.
you
Damn.
got your three quarterbacks.
Both of them got
Matt
cut today.
Corral, Andy Dalton,
The boy trimming fat.
and Bryce.
No, what that does, that slides somebody else on that practice squad, and it probably won't be a QB. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God, the MDJ talking about get gone to Minshew. I ain't fucking with you, MDJ.
Nah,
they
he said
probably won't
Minshew
carry
knows the
another-
system.
Yeah,
And
nah,
you
they
know
won't
that
carry
he
another.
trying
They
to say
won't
that,
carry
though.
another QB. They won't carry another QB. It'll probably be another wide receiver edge. It'll be something else. Will be on that practice squad spot.
You know, I saw a
So they got
report
what,
today.
10 spots?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it won't be a QB if you just cut one.
I saw a couple of reports today. One of the reports, and this is kind of crazy. I don't even know how I even feel even quoting this shit right here, man. But it said that the Panthers see something like Joe Burrow and Bryce Young. That shit was crazy.
Say it again.
The Panthers see something like Joe Burrow and Bryce Young.
There you go, stirring that pot.
Okay.
There you go, stirring that pot.
I mean, you know what it is. I know what the comparison is. He doesn't crack underneath pressure. You know what I'm saying? He's real calm. You know, no matter
calm.
he calm. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I see that's what they're talking about. That's what I'm pulling from it.
I appreciate that, Pop.
You welcome, sir. Anytime I can clear some things up, I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, go, you breathing over there?
Yeah. Okay.
I thought that nigga breathe over there, bro.
He's stirring that pot. I knew what you was doing. He's look at him stirring that pot.
Hey, C said it best. Don't say nothing. Go. Just let it go. Just let it go.
Yep. You right, Steve. You right.
How the old folks say,
You gotta let it go.
Appreciate
You
that,
got
brother.
nothing good to say. Don't say nothing.
Yeah, don't say nothing.
So I love messing with the GOAT if y'all can't tell when it comes to it. But which player that can go through this camp right here and really benefit from having competition that can, potentially boost them to the next level? Because if y'all think that competition brings out the best in them, who stands to take the best part of this from?
Well, can I answer your previous question? You said who got to come out here and have a great camp?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say the name because ain't nobody else said it. 𝐦𝐨𝐵𝐿 Chanel. He's got to come out and have a great camp, or you won't be here, buddy. You won't be here. I'm just saying. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. Anytime I see somebody with a microphone on the Carolina Panthers network, I don't never see them get cut. So I think they like 𝐦𝐵𝐿.
But we just signed a bunch of receivers. Y'all heard about that?
Yeah.
Okay, they Preston Williams was let go. They signed Marquez Stevenson, and then Gary Jennings inks a deal.
Yeah, Jennings. Yeah.
And so that means, hold on, I'll put it on the screen for you guys to see, so that way.
Yeah, let me see that.
Yeah, that means your boy Derek Wright gone.
Did they show what Jennings' deal is? Is it just like a camp deal, or is it what kind of deal is that he signed? What kind of
But
contract is it?
your C.J. Saunders, your Derek Wright, bye.
Marquez Stevenson. I don't know the details of the deal. Go. Preston Williams let go by Carolina, so they're gonna be moving his name.
Yeah.
Dang.
And what's your name? Carlos Hughes? Carlos? You say y'all worse than David Newton reporting on the Panthers to ESPN. I don't know what you're
Damn.
talking about, my boy. We just give
Look
it
at
to you
this.
raw and uncut.
Look at this, Pop. Look at this
Chuck
shit here,
Smith
Pop.
went down.
They say
Did I tell you?
he's sliding down the depth chart. That means he the
gonna-
next motherfucker cut.
He about to slide right back to the streets and sell dope.
Because
Yeah,
look how they got.
dope.
They got Thielen and then they got DJ Chark as number 1 and number 2. Then number 3 is Marshall. Then Mango, LaVishka, and all these other motherfuckers right here is gonna be the odd ones out. That's a lot of damn receivers. They ain't keeping no more than 5 or 6.
Hey, look, CJ Saunders and Derek Wright gone. I'm trying to
So
tell you.
who gonna be special
I'm
team?
telling y'all, if that's what it is. If Shy or LaVishka make this team, it will be on special team. I'm telling y'all.
So why they signed the Mayor Bird? What he
knows?
He got return
Man,
skill.
they don't know.
Yep.
He got return skill.
Return him.
Yeah.
That boy Gary Jennings probably could return because he fast as shit. He run like a 4.3. I don't know enough about Marquez Stevenson yet, but I'm gonna find out. But you can bet CJ Saunders and Derek Wright gone. And Shaw might be packing his bags right behind him.
Oh, somebody said we some vibe killers. Carlos Hugh? I don't know how to pronounce your name.
They asked Chris Tabor about Bird. That's a special.
Oh, Panther Pickle said that Stevenson is a punt returner and a kick returner. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's always good to have one of those when you don't have to give up one of your wide receivers.
Exactly. If the rest of them niggas that's on the bubble make this team, it will be special team.
And I think Gary Jennings came from the XFL, didn't he?
Yeah, that's that guy they just signed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he already took CJ and Derek Wright job. They gone.
So I fully expect CJ to be out. Derek Wright. Preston Williams is already gone.
Yeah,
I think Josh Smith is going to be the next one out, and they're going to keep Terrence, Jonathan Mango, LaVishka. I think they're going to keep Demir Bird, and then Gary Jennings and Stevenson they're going to somehow make it. They might get one of them.
My boy Josh Van at?
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was wondering where Josh
Where Van at? Where the hell you go?
He ain't signed his contract yet, probably.
Man, you better hurry up. We ain't got time to be playing with you. See, that's why they went in.
I can't play with that cat. That cat good, man.
Yeah,
come
man,
on, bro.
Well, I tell you like this. I can't wait to see, because I think the most competition that's gonna be coming from the team is gonna be coming from the wide receiver room and potentially the cornerback room. Those are the two biggest rooms when it comes to competition.
What's that note say beside Trumbull?
Names. You said Tremble?
Yeah, what that note say?
Probably because he was hurt. Drops to 3rd on the depth chart. Damn, Panthers Tommy Tremble drops to 3rd on the depth chart.
But y'all know Tommy Tremble, he's only 22 years old. He's young, bro.
He's only been on this team going on 3 years. Ain't that bad?
This is 3rd year. Yeah, we also got to blame. We also got to blame the last regime. Just saying. We gotta get
no
That's
Pop.
what's gonna get him cut. That's what's gonna get him cut, Pop.
The last regime can't tell him to drop passes because he dropped a lot of fucking passes last year. Him and Brickhands Chuba, them boys were dropping a bunch of passes.
Sullivan did too.
Yeah.
I ain't know. That's a good point. I ain't knew he was 22.
He's only 22, bro.
What do you want him here for if he can't catch?
I mean, like I said,
I don't know.
From what the coaches said, that he, instead of him going home, he stayed all offseason working out, getting better. He's gonna be all right. So we'll see. I'm not vouching for him. I'm just saying he's only 22.
Yeah,
he still got a little time. You know what I mean?
Tread on his tires, but that don't make that don't mean they BF Goodrich. They could be Walmart brand tires.
I mean, it's cool. I ain't saying I'm not vouching for him. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna tell you now.
I can't get nobody a compliment.
No, you just said Tommy Tremble. Stop talking.
Well, y'all stay with y'all Ian Thomas's then.
No, fuck Ian. I don't like him either.
come in there and bring in a totally new management staff. Guess what's getting ready to happen? They getting ready to start bringing in some people that they had in their previous place.
And
Gonna
that's
move
why he
them
moved up in the
over
depth
here.
chart. You see what it said?
That's
He moved
why.
up, not moved down, moved
Come
up.
on, guy. I know you ain't say he caught more touchdowns than Ian. What? One touchdown more?
Yeah.
Did
And I'm
Ian have any
tired.
touchdowns last season?
I'm tired of y'all comparing motherfuckers to these sorry ass motherfuckers too.
I'm just saying, did Ian have a touchdown last season?
I don't think he had one, bro.
No,
Good
he
God.
probably didn't.
Let
How
me
many
be
catches did the
nosy.
motherfucker have?
He
3,
ain't had
4?
enough. He only had 100 yards last year.
Man, come on, man.
100 yards.
Man,
Motherfucker only had 100 yards last year.
All them
you
tight
gotta
end
look at
screens.
Hayden Hurst
Look at
came in Pat with more numbers than the whole tight end
197
room
yards.
by his motherfucking self.
197 yards.
197 fucking yards with no touchdown.
Yeah,
How many receiving
that's
he had?
nothing.
Tony
Receptions, he
receiving.
had 21. 21
Let's see what
receptions.
Trumbull had. 21.
21 for 30.
It don't make no damn
That's no
sense. It wasn't
production, y'all. That's no production. No production.
none. From the tight end position, you need at least 500 yards to be
Shit, I can get you
formidable.
197 yards.
Hell, I bet you could go out there and get 100 and something yards. It don't take much.
Man,
After
I had
17 games, you only can get 100 fucking yards. That's a problem.
Shit. I had some good hands.
There you go. And look at this shit
10
here.
yards, all you gotta do is 10 yards a game. What the fuck?
He
Man,
had three touchdowns. What 100? He had less yards than Ian. 174 yards.
most
Three
Like,
touchdowns.
you got niggas at tight end at George Kittle getting that in one game. 170 something yards.
Ain't no
Come on.
way, bro. 9 yards a game, bro.
Come on, bro. This boy here.
He's not even a starter though. He's not a starter.
And he dropped a lot of passes though. He only caught 19 out of 32.
Now,
targets.
my man right here just made a hell of a point. How many plays was actually designed for tight end last year? We didn't have
That's
any
true.
plays designed for
That's
tight
true.
end. So you got a hell of a fucking point right there.
You got a great point, man. You damn sure got a great point.
Cause as soon as Sullivan come in, they throw a pass at him, drop, then they get his ass right off the field.
Mhm.
That's true. That's a good
But-
point. That's a good point.
This is the thing,
Oh,
though. But when your number is down, though, you got to catch the motherfucker.
hey,
Yeah.
Jalen Eason,
Yeah.
you not related to the QB we just released, is you?
Talking about that Jacob and Jalen. She might be married to him. That Jalen.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Jalen Eason. Well, hey, if you related to your to the other Eason, your cousin got cut. I'm sorry.
Damn, Pop, you don't say that.
Your cousin got the walking paper, my boy.
You don't tell nobody that, damn, Pop.
Hey, it is what it
Coming to the
is.
cookout.
They
He
came
coming to
here
the
for the
next cookout.
real. They came here for the
Oh.
real, man.
God.
And that's how we bringing it.
Fucker say, hey,
You
your
be-
cousin got cut.
Got
You'll be at the
cut.
next. You'll be at the next cookout.
Straight up.
Oh, man. Boy, these boys ruthless, boy.
Yeah.
Miss Easton, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Is that a lady?
I think Jalen.
That's one of them neutral. That's one of them neutral. Yeah, that's one of them neutral names. You don't know if it's a guy or a woman.
Well, if you are a woman, I apologize. If you're a guy, you be all right. Oh, he said I'm a
He
guy.
said it's a
Okay.
guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
hey,
never
sorry
mind.
for your cousin, my boy.
So, life.
Yeah.
Hey, at least one of your family members made it almost.
Yeah.
That was his big thing. He
Somebody
was
said
getting
you
ready
also
just
got to
to sell
factor in
that damn
McAdoo.
practice squad.
Yeah, McAdoo was possibly one of the worst tight end. I mean, one of the worst
OC,
tight end
yeah.
play callers we have ever seen, signal callers, because the tight end was non-existent, the quarterback was non-existent, the running backs was non-existent in the pass game, and the only thing that we had that he did good was calling running plays. That's the only thing he did worth a fuck. Because I got so sick of them reverse screens and those quick outs. Man, they were so predictable. Come on, man.
Hey, put
Other
in the
teams
chat.
jumping out routes and shit.
Put in the chat. Other than Bryce Young, who is your second favorite player this year?
Second
Who's your
favorite
second?
player? Ooh, that's a good one. For me, Frankie Louvu is my favorite player on the team, probably. And then I like J.C. Horn right behind him, man. J.C. Horn is a dog. He stay hurt. He a dog though.
Yeah, those were freak accidents though. Dude. Like the breaks he had, that it wasn't
I,
like they was like hamstring pull that's just keep nagging and coming back.
Mm-hmm.
He broke his wrist when he stuck his shit in there and backpedaling he broke his fucking ankle or foot or what the fuck ever. You know, I see that was a freak accident.
you know what, 𝐥𝐤𝐬, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna highlight you just for this because you wild. You're wild. You're a wild boy.
C.J. Henderson.
You
And I
wild because
see
you're gonna be
it.
the only one
Yeah.
in the history
He
of
come up.
Panther Nation talking about C.J. Henderson, your favorite player.
Hey, Pop be cracking up, boy.
Oh shit!
Pop be cracking up,
Why you
boy.
do me like that, Jalen?
Oh,
Dog,
hey,
come
I
on,
can
man.
laugh at the man like that.
Pop laughed so hard just now.
Oh God.
Pop hit that Kawhi Leonard laugh.
You gonna make my stomach hurt, man. Stop, bro. Stop, please.
Mm-mm. All I'm saying is we got a lot of good players that you could potentially, hit your wagon to. And
You gonna
CJ
like this
Henderson
kid.
just ain't that guy.
You gonna like that one right there? That's for you. That's for you.
Oh,
Boy.
DJ.
Look at Panther Pickle. And I want to talk about OG Panther Pickle. She said I was about to time his ass out.
Oh man.
Hey, I'm gonna say Louvu. Louvu brings he's the heart of the defense, man.
He is.
He never give up. He put his body on the line. He's our discount Palomalu,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to say, because he going, bro. I seen this man clothesline somebody last year. Was it on the Cardinals? And that dude was bumping his gums. I said, "Oh no." He said, "Okay, next play." Louvu came from that right side and boom. I said, "Oh my God, you gonna get arrested." This man got kids, family.
So one last question that I'm gonna ask y'all. One last.
Mm-hmm.
What's the higher priority on this team? Cornerback or pass rush?
I don't say it's neither one. I say it says linebacker. I think we have a.
I mean that edge, man. That edge. I need another guy to stop with Brian Burns, man.
I just want to know why they can't solidify the cornerback position, why they can't get us a middle linebacker, and why they just can't get us a good defensive end. Why?
Well,
those are three positions that we need.
Those are three positions that, like you say, once again, you just can't shake a tree and them positions right there fall for you. You can put some mediocre dudes in there. You can put some mid in that motherfucker, and you'll be pretty much where we at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean we got 6 picks next year. I guarantee you, edge or linebacker will be the first thing gone for us.
Oh yeah.
First thing gone. That all depends on who shows up. Now, like if DJ come in here and act a donkey, well, you might don't have to press that. You might just go get your linebacker.
Well, I bet they do something like this though, Pop. They probably come back. Don't be surprised if we come up, say move up in the second, like give up something to get another second round pick or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
To get one of those marquee positions. Don't be surprised.
You know what, GOAT? A light bulb just went off in my head. I'm gonna use your words. Don't be surprised if we go sign us a big name next year and it be for defense.
That's true too.
I would like that. I like Lee soft a
You're
little bit
gonna have
too.
to, Pat, because you don't have a one.
We can go get
You're
that
gonna
boy
have to go to free.
from the Bucks that don't want to be the what's his name? Q, the
White,
linebacker.
Devin
Talking
White.
about
Devin
Devontae,
White.
Devin White. Devin,
Oh
I was
yeah,
about to say
Devin White.
Devontae
Yeah,
Davis.
He don't
Devin
want to
White.
be there. So he played this last year, and we bring him right on in here. Bingo.
I think that would be good, but do you really want a guy that you got to pay big money to like that? Because the problem is right now with him in Tampa Bay is the money. This nigga want to be paid.
Yeah, cause they sold.
We,
They sold.
we already got some motherfuckers now that we don't even want to pay now.
It's cause we ain't had no money.
We
No
still ain't
moolah,
got no money.
baby. We got
You
money
don't want
next
to.
year.
You don't want to blow it on Devin White, do you?
I don't know. I like Devin White, but we could go get a rookie though. I'm just saying. I mean, it don't necessarily have to be Devin White, but it could be somebody of his caliber that you can pay.
Pop.
Okay, here we go. You're looking at the camera. You serious now?
I want Scott Fitterer to stop fucking around and just pick a goddamn linebacker in the first or the second round. That way we can.
Yeah.
That way we can get a motherfucker that we can groom, Pop.
I
That's
got
what I
you.
want him to do. That way we don't have to get out here and pay $100 million to a motherfucker that's already 28 years old or 29 years old.
True.
Mhm.
That's all I'm asking for Christmas this year. Please.
I see, dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I see.
That's how, and that's how you build a team.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. That's how you do it, man. Y'all did pretty good tonight on them lights, man. Yeah, appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Showing us some love out here in these streets, man. You know, hey,
Yes, sir.
come back because we all gonna bring some more of that. You know what I'm saying? So that good, not that mid, that good.
Here we go. He got a little special name for it. Here we go.
Yeah, that's that shot kush. That's that shot kush.
Oh, y'all boys, y'all here tonight. So all I'm saying is, there will not be a Monday night show. Shout out to everybody. If you're listening right now, I will be on 704 Charlotte Bound. We will be introducing to you the Black Cat Panther podcast story, how we came into, how this show came into coming. And it's going to be a thing to see. You get to hear the origins. You get to hear about, Q and Zoe, how we started, Nobi and the crew, how we got this thing going
Nobi.
now. Yes, sir. And from here on there, you get to hear about the origins for me being on previous podcasts and all. It's going to be a hell of a damn show, if nothing else. And I will be addressing a whole lot of history that went down to this point. So yeah, this is going to be good. 704 Charlotte Bound podcast. Please show up in numbers. Support your boy. I will be over there. So I will make sure I'll remind everybody in the community that Monday night will be 7:30 or 7 p.m. down at 704 Charlotte Bound show. Please show up in big numbers.
Yeah, Panther Pickle. I'm gonna definitely watch yours tonight. But yeah, man, y'all want to go over there, man, and watch this, man. It's gonna be interesting. You know, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And we got to take our head off and salute Q because this wouldn't be what it is without Q. You know what I mean? He's a pioneer. You know what I mean? He's a really good person for real, y'all. So go out there and support. If not for us, for him. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be some juicy shit. I'm telling y'all that now. Y'all better get in there.
Oh yeah. Any
Oh,
question
yeah.
that y'all wanted to know, I'm gonna answer it on 704 because I felt like why not now? There's a lot of stuff that I probably wouldn't have answered before just because it just wasn't the time to do it. But now more than
You
ever,
classy, man. You class, bro. You got class. That's the thing. You know what I'm
you
saying?
know how it goes.
Some people are trash, and then there's class.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know how it goes,
That's
man.
just what it is.
So this is gonna be good. I don't think you want to miss it. So please be in the building, man, fellas. Please, y'all give us something to close out with, man. Each one of y'all.
Well, before you said that, I was gonna ask you, was you gonna make the other announcement?
Oh,
The one
go ahead.
No, I'm gonna ask you. Was you gonna tell them? Like, remember when I called you today and asked?
Well, we now have memberships that's now available where you can join the show as a member. And I'm telling you right now, this is going to be something exclusive. We're going to be doing behind the scenes videos for all the members that join. We'll be doing a lot of exclusive video collaborations if you do it, if you hit that package. This is something that I'm looking so forward to because we get to give y'all behind the scenes, a lot of bloopers, a lot of reels, a lot of time one-on-one with us. So this is now, the Black Cat membership is now here. I'm excited to really unveil this, man. This is gonna be dope. I really do. I appreciate you guys too.
He said that man brave for wearing that 50 patch. Boy, dog. All right, Agent.
Yes, sir. So, GO.A.T, what you got?
Oh man, just go ahead and catch us up. Like I said, I'm gonna do 2 videos next week at Mud Inc. Outlaw TV. We're gonna have one to drop probably Monday around noon, and then I'll probably drop another about Wednesday. Sometime Wednesday or Thursday. But look for one Monday at noon. Monday at noon, since we're not coming on Monday.
All right, I got you. That's Mud Inc. Outlaws TV. Make sure y'all subscribe over there to him. Show him love over on the channel. Yes, sir. Pat, man, what you got, brother?
I ain't got much, man. Y'all remember to like, subscribe, share, and then shop for that merch, man.
Yeah. Tell me when the album dropping. Tell me when the album dropping.
Mixtape come out right before the show.
Produced by Wild Boy Newbie.
It's gonna be called the Matt Rule mixtape.
That'll be a bag of shit.
The fuck. It's called Fuck Matt Rule. That's what it called.
Oh shit. FMC. Yo.
Oh well, y'all here. So yes, sir. If nothing else, please show that love. We appreciate you all. Anybody who's watching this, just like the video. Please just do that for us. We appreciate that so much, and y'all can have a great night tonight. Also, hey, before I forget, membership, the store with the merch. Make sure y'all just show love in general. The Black Cat Panther podcast is in full effect, man.
Keep pounding.
I appreciate y'all.
Nobi.